What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for the Fresh Classic WoW servers, and today we're talking about making gold on these Fresh Classic WoW servers, and we're doing so by spending gold as well. So we are buying items now that we think are going to go up in price in the future, and the aim of this video right here is to show you guys my current stockpile, so you know what I'm investing into, what the average buying price has been, and talk about my mentality when it comes to what items I'm buying as well. Kind of giving you a more detailed look into what I'm buying and why. Now, investments is basically if you find something you think is cheap right now that will go up in price later, that's kind of an investment. So you can buy something right now and sell it for when Molten Core comes out, or you can think even more long term as well, and you can buy something now and sell when PvP comes out in phase 2, for example, the PvP bracket or Battlegrounds. You can invest right now, sell when Blackwing Lair comes out, AQ next Ramus. You can do a lot of different types of investments, both short-term and long-term. Now, when it comes to investing, this is how I made a lot of my gold back in the OG Classic WoW as well. In both 2019 and 2020, I turned about 1,000 gold into 10,000 gold, and going into TBC and Wrath, I further increased that to have over 200,000 gold in Wrath at the start, without farming at all in TBC basically. So minimal amounts of farming, we made 1,000 gold, spent that 1,000 gold correctly, and going into TBC did the exact same thing, just buying items that will go up in price. And let's talk about why items go up in price. It is very simple. It's number 1, supply and demand, and number 2, inflation. So supply, at the moment, a lot of people are leveling. It's a fresh server after all, which means supply of certain items are very high, and demand is very low. A lot of people are saving all the gold they can to, first of all, buy their level 40 mount, and then buy class spells while leveling, and then buy their level 60 mount as well. And now in the fresh servers we also have the 50 gold cost at level 40, where you can buy the dual talent spec. So that's another gold sink right there. So people have a lot of reasons to just hoard up raw gold and sell whatever they get for whatever they can. At the moment, it's more of a buyer's market instead of a seller's market. So take an item like Swift Thistle, for example. This one is used in making a consumable for rogues, where they will get a bunch of energy back from something called Thistle Tea. This is something that every rogue will burn through a lot at level 60, both for open world PvP, battlegrounds, raids, even dungeons if they want to. It is a item used in consumables for rogues that is very relevant at level 60. Now at the moment, a bunch of people are just leveling, doing herbalism, picking up Swift Thistles, and you can buy this for like 5 silver each. On Classic Era, they were over 1 gold each, 20 times the price, and that is simply because, number 1, supply and demand. It's high supply right now, very low demand. When all rogues, or majority of rogues, are level 60, supply will go down because less people are in the leveling zones now, but demand goes up drastically with level 60s. And also inflation. We get more gold pumped into the market every single day, which also means prices tend to go up. Now, that is a very boring start to this video, but I think it's very important to understand the fundamentals of actually investing into items and materials, and why this could be a great way to spend any leftover gold you have once you've bought your level 40 mount, for example, and your class spells. And it's why I haven't even bought my dual talent yet, and I also haven't bought my level 60 mount, even though I have made over 1,000 gold. So where have I put my items? Well, first of all, these are my banks right now, in my mailbox I mean, and these are all the items that I've currently bought and sent to myself. So I'm basically rotating 2 characters right now. I'm buying investments and sending them over. Now, based on this, you will see there are some items that I'm buying a hefty amount of. So, for example, we have small flame sacks. We have almost 800 of those in the mailbox right now. We have 794 small flame sacks. We also have bought some agility scrolls, rank 3. So we have only 12 of those, but we've just been buying them every now and then. We have 29 golden pearls. And we also have, for example, Swift Thistles. We have bought 2,560. Swift Thistles as well, that is currently in the mailbox, and for Grave Moss we have bought 1029 Grave Moss as well. Now I've also bought some ores to skill up either my own blacksmithing or engineering, or sell when they go up in price. So we have 630 iron ore, and going down we also have some copper ore as well, all the way down here. We have 1177 copper ore that I've also bought just to either resell for more gold or use to skill up my own professions. And I've also been buying some leather and also some herbs for the same purpose. Like, I'm gonna skill up a couple of alchemists, so I bought these while they're super cheap, almost vendor price. I believe I bought them for about 50 copper each for King's Blood, and they vendor for 30, so they're going all the way down to vendor price. And the same thing for Wild Steel Bloom as well, about 1 silver each for those, and they vendor for 50 copper each, so it's just way too cheap when it comes to buying those items. Same thing with silver ore, same principle there as well, just I can either use them myself or resell them for more gold. We have some fire resist rings, we have some nature resist rings, and I have bought 2400 light feathers. I can either use those myself, which would take a lot of time, because mages need them for slow fall, or I can sell them. I have bought these for about 10 copper each, between 10 and 15, and it's like coppers. This is not a huge investment, but it's a whole damn bunch of feathers, and percentage-wise, this could give me a good return on that investment, but it's not going to make me rich. Like, light feathers will never be 1 gold each, for example, but they could be a couple of silvers each, so I can make huge actual margins on this investment. And other than that, we have a couple of fish. We, for example, have the Firefin Snapper. I have bought 590 of that one. I am kind of not buying that much fish, because there's so many fishing bots, so like, bots are pumping fish into the market 24/7. We have bought 700 stone scale eel as well. And one of my maybe biggest investments is the boggling root investment, where I have bought 461 boggling root. Now, if you know about this one, well, you already know, and if you don't know, it's kind of a low-key, high-end investment. This is an item you pick up literally at level 5 in the Night Elf starting zone, and it adds 1 physical damage to your attacks, which is very, like, cutting edge, like, all the way up there. It gives you possibly a less than 1% DPS increase, like way less as well, but it's 1 damage, and 1 damage is 1 damage. Now let's talk about how much gold I've made and how much gold I've spent so far on these investments. So here you have my TSM dashboard at the moment, and here you can see how much gold I've made, and you can also see kind of how I've made it over time and how I have invested over time as well. So every time my gold goes up by a lot, I am sending gold from my now level 60 character to this bank, and every time the gold goes down, we are investing into something. So you can see it goes up a little bit, then it goes down again, up and down, up and down, up and down, and you can see how much gold we have spent in the expenses part, and everything I have bought on this character has been investments, so all of this has been put into items that are very likely going up in price. So far, we have invested 921 gold, and the average spent per day is 100 gold into investments, and my top item is currently the golden pearls. Now, I also want to show you guys some of the average prices that I have been buying items at. So at the moment, let's talk about golden pearls. I have bought 52 golden pearls, and the prices range from 6 gold and 99 silver all the way to 7 gold and 60 silver, with the average being 7 gold and 29 silver. And as you can see right here, we have spent 379 gold on golden pearls. Now for Swift Thistles, we are up to 2,680, and the average price has been 4.1 silver, or 4 silver and 16 copper for Swift Thistles so far. I would say that is very, very cheap, and we have spent 111 gold and 35 silver on Swift Thistles so far. Now when it comes to small flame sacks, the average buying price has been 23 silver and 94 copper, and I have spent 190 gold on small flame sacks so far. Now there are 2 more big items here. We also have the Grave Moss that I bought 1,105 of, and the average price has been 6 silver, 23 copper, and I've spent 68 gold in total. This one is kind of for when the World Bosses comes out, and a long-term investment as well. Now for the boggling route, the prices have ranged from 74 copper per route all the way down to up to 34 silver, and I've spent 34 gold so far on the boggling route. We have 579 boggling route. Now I also want to talk about my mentality when it comes to what to buy and why I'm buying it, but before that, if you wanted to know more about my gold making journey and also which items to buy and why and when to buy them, then check out my gold making guide for the War Within, or not the War Within, Classic WoW. I am spacing so hard, but check out the Classic WoW gold making guide through the link down below, either in the pinned comment or the video description. And in this guide we talk more about, first of all, how to make gold as well. So you talk about crafting, vendor flipping, farming, because to invest into gold or to invest into items you need to have gold to actually invest with. So this guide takes you through how to get that gold, to have a gold to invest with, and then once you have gold, the guide also talks about what items to buy, why you buy them, and also when to sell them. So you learn a lot more about which items you should be looking at when it comes to investing. In addition to that, when you buy the guide, you get access to a gold making Discord community where I give you guys early access to content. So for example, this video you would have had access to several days before it goes live on YouTube. So once again, if you want to have early access to future content, that's the place to be. So check it out, link down below. And if you do buy the guide, thank you so much, it directly supports me as well. So honestly, thank you. Either way, let's talk about my mentality when it comes to buying. And when I'm buying investments, like you can look at Black Lotus right now, and maybe you want to buy Black Lotus. But when it comes to me and which items I'm buying, I think about what is the average person's level at the moment. Because once again, going back to the start of the video, supply and demand, and focusing on the supply aspect, the supply of items will be based around where most people are. So for example, at the moment, I think most are, like the average player is around level 30, maybe in the mid 30s, which means prices of level 30 or mid 30 items are currently going down, because that's where most people are. So they just find way more of them. And I've seen this recently with, for example, Fire Bloom. I was thinking of maybe investing into Fire Blooms. If you do this right now, Fire Bloom, and I was thinking of investing into Fire Bloom when they were 20 silver each. Now they have gone down to 8, as more people have leveled up to the point that they're just finding Fire Bloom naturally while leveling. They don't even have to farm for them, they just happen to find them. In which case, the price goes down almost every single day on Fire Blooms. Even just 2 days ago, they were almost 20 silver each, and now they're down to 8. So at the moment, I'm trying to look at items that are in the level range, like if items you find between level 1 and level 40, that could be relevant at max level. Alternatively, just be relevant for crafting professions as well. Anything found by characters between level 1 and 40, because that's where I think most people are at this point. In a couple of days, I might upgrade that to level 45, and in a week about level 50, and just moving up that way. And just follow the curve basically, and look at what items are being in high supply at the moment on the auction house, or which items are not in high supply. Just think about what level most people are, and follow that trend. Now that's a long video about investing, but hopefully the goal of the video came across, and there's kind of multiple goals here. Number 1, be transparent about my stockpile and show you exactly what I've been buying and for what. And also showing you, goal number 2 is giving you some price points, because if you look at the auction house right now and you don't have TSM or something, it's very hard to say, is this a good deal? You either have to be at the auction house quite often to get a feel of what a good price is, or you have to know the markets. So hopefully, me showing you the average buying prices of my items does help you out a little bit. So for example, here you can see in the average buying price, the low end and also the high end, and the same thing for golden pearls, the same thing for the scrolls, the low end versus the high end, and the same thing for swift thistles as well. So hopefully that helps you figure out what a good deal could look like. And then also goal number 3 is to give you exact examples of items that I personally think will go up in price over time. Some of them will go up in price very soon, like in a few weeks, and some of them will take months, but either way, you will very likely make gold on most of, if not all of these items at the moment. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and let me know if you have any additional investments you want to share in the comments. I'm also going to be live both here on YouTube and on Twitch almost every single day, so feel free to come by and say hello if you want to just watch me in my gold making journey, alt leveling journey, basically the fresh journey. Either way, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon. Bye bye now.